Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the ZXspectrum 128K looking at a horizontal shooter called Darius Plus, published by The Edge in 1990. It also came out on the Amiga and the Atari ST, and based loosely I suppose on the arcade cabinet Darius from Taito in 1987. So we'll see how this one plays. I'm expecting it to be super duper utterly difficult. I do like that effect, is it like span around there. Let's try and define our keys. Okay, that's a nice effect, but a little bit annoying after a while when you just want to get straight into the game. Now, if you had this one back in the day, then let me know. I'll have to get around to playing it on the Amiga, just to see how the two compare. But this time we're in 8-bit land, so we start in section A, and we've got to progress. Looks like we can choose our path here from one to the other. I will edit down the loading times. Come on, load. Yes, well, maybe I'll sing a song. No, I won't sing a song. Why the thing loads? We seem to be waiting an age. Here we are, we're back, right? Okay, so good graphics. The ship is a little bit big. You have to compare these games with sort of like ones like R-Type. R-Type was incredibly difficult. This one is as well. Now, you see up in the middle there is our shield. As we glide into stuff, we'll start losing strength. And I've blown up already. I suspected that was going to happen. Now, like in all fine shooters, you can collect power-ups and weapons to try and make your path a little bit easier. On the top right, I won't do this because I'm trying to stay alive, like the Bee Gees. Ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-dig-a-ding. If you do figures 1 to 4, you can cycle through your various different weapons and try and upgrade them by collecting also these red things and white squarey type things, which I'll show you in a minute. But there's not much space to work with here. You can go over the scenery, so bashing into the top of the screen's not going to kill me, bashing into all that green stuff. I wasn't very good at R-Type, and I'm not particularly good at this one either. That's not much of a surprise. Now, R-Type come out by Electric Dreams in 1988 on the ZXspectrum, so this was 2 years later by The Edge. If you're into game over, if you're into horizontal scrolling shooters and you've got a bit of a skill for those, then this is be a great game for you to play. It's just way too difficult. Now, I'm going to try and play it at some point with a poke on for immunity, just so we can see a bit more of the game. So if you're going to play it, you'll have an idea whether it's worth it or not. There are supposed to be some amazing end-level bosses on this, which are fantastic for the ZXspectrum. They are quite big, which I wouldn't be able to get to normally. So 1990, The Edge, quite near the end of the Spectrum's run. So one of the later games, if it came out a few years earlier, it would have done a little bit better. But quite bold graphics. I will put the cheat on after this go. You can see my powers there. Oh dear, Amiga powers. The best one is sort of like maybe the double laser shot, but I'm crashing into everything like a Wally in his space pilot's test, which he'll never ever pass. If you're liking these Spectrum reviews, please consider subscribing. They're not walkthroughs, as we all know. They're all just a bit of fun, trying to relive your experience of playing the games in your first or second go, and at the same time trying to beat a bit of stress. It doesn't take itself too seriously. We're just having a laugh, aren't we? We're having a bit of a laugh. If you've played the arcade version, Darius, from Taito in 87, then let us know. How does this compare to that? It sure looks pretty, this, from the screenshot. So, you know, if it had been bought for me, I wouldn't have been disappointed, but I would have got frustrated that I probably wouldn't have got past level 1. That's not a bad thing to mention about the game, because all these games I found super duper difficult. I tend to like the games where the ship was a bit smaller, like Penetrator, those sort of games. Although Penetrator is a lot more basic than this, but gives you a better chance of avoiding stuff. There's a lot moving on the screen at the same time. 128K is not doing too bad. So the ZXspectrum is really pushing itself here, it has to be said. Right, that's by far the best weapon. And another good thing is, if you crash into stuff, at least you don't get blown up straight away. You have got that shielding, which you can replenish at certain points. You might notice my shield's not going down now. Nick might have done something. He might have done something, mightn't he? Nick's done something. Right, go. So I can't die now. In the game at least. So we should at least now try to see the end of level bosses. I'll do a few stages. We won't go through the whole game. So if you want to play this yourself, I won't be ruining it for you. Please put your favourite horizontal shooter in the comment section below. For me, it's probably Silkworm. I like Silkworm. Again, Silkworm, the ship's a little bit smaller, and that has a lot of resonance for me. I played that mainly on the Commodore Amiga. I was surprised to see that the ZXspectrum version was so good. It's not as accomplished as this, of course, with the graphics and stuff, but I just think the playability was better. And there's a option for 2 players in that, where one of you is a helicopter and the other person is a jeep. Great stuff. Right, okay. Let's just see how far we can get, which I can get a long way. I do like the enemies. They're sort of like insects, aren't they? Going through this green cavern. We'll see if the colours change on the next stage. It does have some sort of like loading times on this. So back in the day, you would have had a rest between each stage. I don't think people have the patience for that sort of thing now. And normally, by cycling through 1 to 4 on the keyboard, you can cycle through your weapons and then try and upgrade it from where you are. I think that weapon at the front of the ship, I can change it to the back of the ship how I wanted to. But it's enough for me just to try and avoid stuff as I go along. Kaboom! It's not bad, is it? It's not a bad look. And Darius Plus. There used to be a pop star called Darius from Pop Idol. Yes, anyway, enough said about that, the better. And there's a code. And that'll take us to the end of level boss. If you want to fight the boss straight away, load this and put in the code LOBSTER. Here he comes! Oh my god, he's a massive lobster in space. If you are a massive lobster in space, then comment in the comment section below. He's supposed to be the enemy here, but I'm the one attacking everything. Am I doing this correct? I've got the best weapon. Right, hang on a minute. Power. Just avoid getting shot. That's it. Good. That's him destroyed. But that was quite nice. So it's well worth getting to. It's well worth trying to get to that end of level boss. We can do B or C as our way forward. So even if you complete the game, there's different paths for you to take. Excellent. Searching for level C. Oh man, I so should have chosen level B, because B will be next on the tape. Found level B. Well, we don't want B. I've selected C. What an absolute wally. Ugh. Right, loading level C now. Oh, we do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, it's green again. Oh, you should have done B. I should have done B. Oops, there's octopus robot things coming along. It is the seaside, maybe. There's some kind of Greek or Roman plinth with a laser gun turret at the top spinning round, a bit like it was a gun emplacement on the Death Star, but this isn't the Death Star. Yes, okay. So what do I think about this game? Well, graphics are great. Maybe a little bit too big. Sound is okay, as is expected. It moves alright for the amount of stuff moving on screen at the same time. It's a little bit too difficult. Fans of the genre would absolutely love it. People that aren't fussed about the genre might get a little bit frustrated because they haven't got the skills, pretty much like I'm showing here. So it's one for the specialists, really, but it sure looks nice. Sure looks nice. I wouldn't like to have paid full price for the thing, especially in 1990. We'll see how the Amiga version differs to this one at some point, I am sure. Right, kaboom, kaboom, kasplat, kaboom. As we get all these upgrades. If you've completed the game, then obviously show off in the comment section below. What happens at the end? Do you get a game over sequence, or does it just start again from section A? We're probably trying to rescue someone, or destroy all aliens from attacking the Earth. I don't know if this is Earth, but it's scrolling okay, isn't it? Look at the detailed background there, scrolling across without flickering at all. That's quite clever. Don't get that in too many games. That is really clever, actually. Good, and I'm trying to identify stuff at the back. It feels to me a little bit like we're going through someone's fish tank, where they have bought amazing ornaments to put in the background. It could be in a fish tank. What a reveal that would be at the end. Well done. Look at those rocket boosters going from yellow, blue, red and then magenta. That's quite clever as well. So it's circling through that to make it look like real rocket boosters. I wonder what the next end level boss is going to be. That is my main interest, as these big yellow bits of clumped custard come down to try and destroy us. Custard in a fish tank's not good. I think those blue bits are upgrades, are they? Maybe. Don't know. X Xenon 2. Yeah, if this had an amazing theme tune, which they couldn't really have done on 128K with this like result at the same time, it might have felt a bit better as well. It's all about trying to get engrossed in the game and trying to absorb you and move you in. I could take or leave this. Octopus, a huge battleship octopus, is approaching fast. Oh my goodness, it's an octopus. Here it comes. Here it comes. It is a big. That graphics great, isn't it? Yeah, the end of level boss. It's worth going through this game for the end of level bosses. So if you can find all the passwords to play all the bosses, that might be a great game in itself. Good. A little bit jerky, but you know, it's such a huge sprite going up and down. I can maybe let it off for that. Kaboom! Come on, it's not going to take too much, is he? We'll just blow up this guy, then we'll probably call it a day. You know, you've seen pretty much what the game entails. You might not have heard of it because it's such a late release, but you might very well have heard of the arcade cabinet there. So you know D, E, and F now. So different paths all the way through. Good stuff, good stuff. I think we'll leave that one there. Although not being particularly good at the game, I did enjoy playing it with the poke on, really. So I hope you liked having a look at that game. That was a Darius Plus on the ZXspectrum 128K, published by The Edge in 1990. A horizontal shooter based on the arcade cabinet in Darius from Taito in 1987. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, or any shooters that you're particularly fond of, then please put that in the comment section below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.